Daksha's ego and Sati's sacrifice. A tale of pride, pain, and spiritual strength. Pride. Ego, family conflict. We've all faced it at some point. But in the Shiva Purana, there's a story that takes these everyday emotions and lifts them into the cosmic dimension. It's the tale of Daksha's ego and Sati's ultimate sacrifice. A story not just about gods and rituals, but about how unchecked pride can wound love, and how emotional resilience can become a path to transformation. Let's dive into this powerful episode from the life of Shiva and Sati. Daksha, a great king, son of Brahma, and a master of rituals, had one flaw: his pride. He believed in order, status, power, and appearances. So when his daughter Sati married Shiva, the ash-smeared, snake-wearing yogi who lived in cremation grounds, Daksha's ego was bruised. He didn't see Shiva's depth. He only saw rejection of societal norms. And in that pride began the downfall. Daksha decided to hold a massive Yagna, a sacred fire ritual. He invited every deity, every sage, but intentionally excluded Shiva. It wasn't a mistake, it was an insult, a statement, to show that in his eyes, Shiva wasn't worthy. And this is where the story takes an emotional turn. Sati hears about the Yagna from the sky messengers. Everyone was going, everyone except her and Shiva. Imagine her pain. She's the daughter of Daksha, yet her own father has deliberately excluded her husband. She tells Shiva, "Let me go. I must go. It's my family. I must confront this." Shiva, in his calm wisdom, says, "If you must, go. But go with awareness." And so she does. Not as a guest, but as a daughter demanding answers. Sati arrives at the Yagna hall. But instead of being welcomed, Daksha mocks her. Mocks Shiva. Mocks the very love that transformed her. And in that moment, her heart breaks. She realizes, this isn't just ego. This is blindness, spiritual blindness. Daksha didn't just insult Shiva, he insulted consciousness itself. And then, Sati makes a decision that shocks heaven and earth. She says, "This body given to me by you, O Father, is no longer pure to house the love I carry for Shiva. I renounce it, and all ties with your ego." And with complete yogic focus, she enters the fire. Not as a victim, but as a warrior of love and truth. This is not suicide. This is sacred sacrifice. A bold statement that ego has no place where devotion lives. When Shiva hears of Sati's death, he is not angry. He is devastated. He roars in cosmic pain. And in his fury, he creates Virabhadra, a fierce being of destruction, who storms Daksha's Yagna and brings it all to ruins. Daksha is humbled. The gods are shaken. Because this wasn't just personal vengeance. This was the consequence of ego standing against divinity. So let's pause and reflect. This story is thousands of years old, yet so real, so modern. How often do families break over pride and judgment? How many times is love dismissed because it doesn't fit expectations? How often do people stay silent instead of standing up for what they believe in? Sati didn't just stand up. She stood in truth. Not with violence, but with sacred dignity. She teaches us emotional resilience, and that true power lies in surrendering to truth, not ego. When pride replaces presence, when control replaces compassion, we destroy not just others, but our own peace. Sati reminds us that sometimes the greatest act of strength is letting go of what no longer honors the divine within us. And Shiva shows us that love, when wounded, doesn't die. It transforms. It awakens cosmic justice. The story doesn't end here. From the ashes of pain rises Parvati, the rebirth of Sati, stronger, wiser, and destined to reunite with Shiva. But before that, we must understand what it truly means to dissolve ego and choose love. Next episode, the rebirth of Shakti, Parvati's path to the divine. Subscribe for more timeless wisdom from the Shiva Purana. Simply told, deeply felt.